Because we'll watch this and say, like,
Kidding me.
dance anime!
Anyways, Kayla, what's your topic?
I wanted to talk about injuries.
Oh, I'm excited. I already got one
Injuries.
right here.
Like, just like things and like that, how you've gotten hurt, like at different points in your life. I have quite a few stories.
Oh, me too. If
Because
like,
I was a accident-prone child. I'm an accident-prone adult, unfortunately.
no, I like.
I don't get injured that much, to be honest.
I won't go into my story. I'll let you tell yours first. But like, I remember being like a 16-year-old. I swear I've been in more MRIs and like had EKGs and whatever Gs.
RPGs?
Too many RPGs. I'll
MMOs.
Too many MMORPGs. Dear God. Like, by the time I was 16, I swear I had like more than my age. But anyways, hey, you got any stories? I'm ready to hear these. Like, I'm so excited. I love these. I love injury
Speak
stories.
it loud into the mic.
All right, I guess I'll start with when I was like, well, okay, so growing up, I have two brothers. Just that alone should tell you how many times three of us have gotten hurt together.
I had two brothers too. They just headbutt you for no reason.
No, seriously. But so, for the most part, growing up, me and my middle brother shared a room. Because we always like lived in like apartments and stuff. So, but I know we had this one apartment, and me and my brother shared a room, and we had a bunk bed. I was the top bunk, he was the bottom bunk. And I remember one time we were sleeping, and I fell off the top of my bed. And I slammed my head, like the corner, or like my head, the middle of my forehead on the corner of my dresser. I still have a scar on my forehead. I don't even remember this happening, if I'm being... Like, I remember it happening, but I don't even remember reacting to it. I just remember I fell, I slammed my head, and I fell onto the ground. And I just remember, like, touching my head, right? And I didn't know what was going on. And my mom told me I was screaming. And I didn't even know I was screaming.
Wait. How old were you? Did you say?
I have no idea. Like, I had to have been... I think it was before CJ was born. So I was probably maybe, like, 9-ish.
CJ's Kayla's younger brother, if you didn't know.
And he was born when I was 11, so it was before that.
Yeah.
So maybe like 8, 9, maybe even 10, but I don't think it was 10. And so my mom runs in, she turns the light on, and this water that I'm feeling on my head is blood. Like, my forehead is just gushing blood. And so my mom's panicking. She, like, takes me to the hospital. And I'm sitting there in the hospital. I have a rag on my forehead, like, collecting my blood, and I'm just sitting there. They didn't just take me to the emergency room. Like, the hospital's making me wait in the waiting room while my head is gushing blood. And then, so I'm in the waiting room for like 2 hours. And then they finally take me and put me in a room. I sat in that room for another 2 hours, bleeding. And then finally, the doctor came, and they, like, glued my head back together. They didn't even give me stitches. They, like,
I pictured they just like put Elmer's glue on it.
So they have this, like, stitches alternative where it's like, and I think they do it.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like the super like sticky glue or whatever.
Yeah, and I think it's supposed to, like, instead of getting scars, but I have a scar. And I got to choose the color of the glue.
What?
Yes, they
like
have
it's like
different
braces.
colors. But the thing is, when they put it on, there's no color. It's just like color before they put it on, if that makes sense.
No.
So it was like, it's weird. So it has a color before it's hot, but then they heat it for when they put it on your head because they melt it. It's hot. It like hurt.
Jesus, they use hot glue gun.
No, like seriously, like it's like hot glue.
Jesus.
So I chose purple. I don't know why. My little ass self wanted purple glue on my head. And then they heat it, and then they stick it on, and it's like painful, like it hurts.
Yeah.
And then you have to keep it on for like, it was, I don't know how long. I had it on for a long time, like maybe a month or two, and then they fucking rip it off.
Jeez.
When it's done, and it hurts so bad because it scabs underneath it, and then they rip it off.
You know what I'm into? Have you seen like the double bandages? Where I don't even know what it is. That's a fucking awful way to explain it, but it's like the
double bandages.
Like double bandages, they put 2 on it. It's crazy. No, there's like it's like the adhesive bandages where it's like 2 sides, and you put it on one side of the wound and you put it on the other side of the wound. So they're both hella sticky, and then you pull a tab and it puts it together.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like one of the more newer things I think I saw with at least it has to be at least like within the past 5 years at least I saw. I've never seen it. I wish they just sold it, but like.
No, that sounds like nice.
But yeah, it's kind of like think almost like Stitches, like Band-Aids and Stitches had a baby, and then boom, and they made love, like sweet, sweet love. It makes the difference. But like
God.
so, but there's kind of like almost like it kind of looks like Stitches, almost like that. I'm interlocking my fingers like Stitches. And then but like this side is just like a Band-Aid, and then the other side's like a Band-Aid too, and then there's like a little pull tab, and you pulls together.
No,
I
not familiar.
can't even like comprehend that. Like,
Yeah, you might have to search it
Yeah, I
up.
might have
But,
to search it up
yeah, but
later.
it's really cool, like little tech. But anyways,
it's not that the white thing they put over like cuts sometimes. You know what I'm talking about? The white Band-Aid they put over cuts sometimes.
gauze.
No, it's not gauze. And it's like it looks like this.
I don't
It
know.
looks like this.
Yeah, it looks like that.
it's like two semicircles, and it kind of looks like that. Like this. No,
Like this.
no, seriously. You see it in all the action movies when they have the bandages on their face.
I like action movies.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I know exactly where you're
That's
going.
not it.
I don't think so.
Okay. Because that's what I thought it was. Because they tend to put that on like it looks like deep cuts.
I'll make
Yeah.
you bet a stack. I'm completely lost. I bet you guys are too.
But yeah, we're just talking about injuries, bandages. Anyways, you have any injuries?
Injury? Oh, I could talk about real quick. I gave we have two brothers. My older brother an injury by breaking his thumb. We heard jumping on the trampoline. I don't know. I was like a little kid at the time, and we watched.
This kid was a menace. Let me tell you, from my outside perspective, menace.
We watched Ong Bak, and if you don't know, it's a
Tony Jaa.
It's a Muay Thai martial arts film, and I remember I was jumping on the trampoline, and there was like a meme that we had, cause it doesn't matter, but it's called the bee's knees. We called it, and it's where you jump, and you use both your hands, and you grab both of your shins, and you have your knees pointing down.
It was
and
very wrestler move.
Yeah.
The idea was that you would jump, and as you jumped, you pulled your feet towards your butt with like your hands,
Yeah,
and then
grab your shins and pull it up.
and the only point of contact would be your knees to the ground or a body.
Oh my god.
Usually a body in our case because
Yeah,
we were just rough.
But
kids.
my older brother is like 7 years older than me, and I was a kid at the time, so I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think I was getting to the age where I was like, oh no, I actually have some force to me. I was like being little bro, and I remember jumping on the trampoline, and I said, "And here comes the bee's knees," and I did it, and I think I hit him in like the side or something. I remember his like hand got like caught in the springs, like in his
Oh
thumb,
shit! I don't even
and
remember
his
this.
thumb broke, and I felt. I remember as a kid, I didn't feel that bad. I felt like kind of bad. I was like, oh, that
That
sucks.
sucks.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that sucks.
Little kids have no sympathy for
Yeah, I
anyone.
know.
man.
I was my bad. Tea House, if you're watching, that's what we call him. But yeah, that happened. Injuries for myself, I don't really get hurt that often. I mean,
So many stories.
for track,
Not too many.
you run a lot, obviously, and I'm very flat-footed. And what happened to me was after running a lot, I got really bad shin splints, which I didn't even know that was like a thing until I looked until I got it. And pretty much like I had to run in this big meat, and my shin was like, I have a picture that I might be able to. Nah, probably not. But my shin was like, I think
Oh, it
straight
wasn't
line,
level?
and it was like it goes up like 90 degrees, and then another line. And
Wait, what?
yeah, I need to show you. I remember I sent the picture to like I was in the 4x1 with a bunch of the homies, and I sent them in a group chat. And I was
They're
like,
oh.
and I was like, yo, look at this. Is this normal? And it was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I got it at a really good angle or I guess bad angle, but it looked like 90 degrees. My shins were like coming out and that. And I remember I went to the doctor's or something. I forget. I don't even remember what happened. I just iced it and a bunch of stuff. And I was talking to the assistant coach and blah, blah, blah. That's what that happened. There was another time for track. I was so stupid. I remember, no, this was a really big meet, actually. No cap. This was a big meet. It was like I think I was going to be in the 100 or 4x1, and this was like I think my senior year. In my senior year, I was actually doing pretty good, and my times were going consistently down every time, and I forgot. I can't remember what it was. I know I ran like a 12 flat. If you didn't know, 11.5 is like to qualify for states. I ran like a 12 flat, and I was going down. Like my time was going down every single time, and I felt really good about the next one. It was like a really big meet against a really like a fierce competitive like rival of our school. I don't know if it was Amity or not, which would be our biggest rival, but I remember I knew in my soul I was gonna get states. Like I knew it in my soul because I was going down every single time. And I think the previous 4x1, it's a little bit different on the 4x1. It's like that's a relay race where you all run 100 meters and pass the baton. I remember on that. I know it's different. But I remember it was like an ego boost. I ran an 11.5 as my split, which is I know it's different, but I was like, I know I can do it. I was like, I can do it. No, actually, I ran an 11 flat. I remember that. I ran an 11 flat, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I can do this. And I know it's different, but it was like I felt it in my jellies. Like I was like, I'm gonna do it. And I remember before the meet, I remember our coach was like, make sure whatever you do, don't be an idiot. Don't play basketball. Don't get hurt, guys. Like this is the one or whatever. And I remember exactly after that practice, I think we went to go play basketball.
Fucking dumb kids.
We were being kids. We went to go play basketball with with the boys, and I remember going up. I got past the rock. I was behind the 3-point. That wasn't my thing because I can't dribble for shit because I don't know why. I just never played basketball like that. But I can shoot, kind of. No, I can. That was alright. And he passed me the rock, and I threw it up. And on my way down, I landed on the side of my foot. And oh my god,
I hate that.
That hurt so. I landed with all my weight just on the side of my foot. I made it though. It was a big shot. I made it though. And I remember I was done right immediately. I limped off. I said, "No, that's it." I was like, I definitely like hurt something. And I immediately took off my sock, and I saw it was starting to swell. And of course, it got the black and blue. And I went to the doctors or whatever for that. And I had to get it. What you got and all that stuff. And I remember I was like, I felt so bad because I was I pulled up the practice for like the pre it was like the day before the meet or whatever. Where I pulled up and I crutched my way there to practice, and I remember all the girls and the guys looking at me. I was like, oh my god, it's so embarrassing. And I remember a coach looking at me from like mad far, like super far away. But I don't know what he thought, but he knows that I was like a good student, like a good person. Like I wasn't like a douche like everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everyone has a tool and
everyone
ego.
in high school has egos, man.
Yeah, and I was crutching up. I would say I was fairly grounded in high school. I mean, my high school people could attest to that, or maybe not. But I was crutching up, and he was like, "Oh, Steve, what happened?" That's what he said. I remember the way he said it. He was like, "Nah, not you too." Like it was like that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I disappointed him. And my coach was really nice, our head coach. I felt bad. I was like, yeah, I did. He's like, so what happened, dude? And I was like, yeah, I was playing basketball. I told him straight up, I was playing basketball. I jumped and landed on it. And he's like, man, I hope you feel better, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, damn it. I was like, I know he's disappointed. I shouldn't have done that. So as for injuries, I think that was probably my worst one. I mean, when I did the choreography for I Am, like 2020 Dance Story, go watch it.
Great video.
It's on this channel. That choreography was rough, dude. I remember making the choreo, and if you see the choreo, you know what I'm talking about. But making it and performing it, I'm falling on the ground a lot. I'm dropping on my knees a lot and doing all this stuff. I'm sliding across the floor. I remember during like the shoot of it, I was like, my knee is definitely bleeding. And I remember going home, it was a lot worse than I would have thought in my head. But I remember my knee was definitely bloody. I had like random like scabs and like blood all over my my forearms and like my feet. I remember my entire side of my body was all black and blue, like really bad, like especially like my hips and everything. That was all black and blue, and I could not function for like the following week. I remember that being a big thing. I remember walking in the shower and be like, holy crap, like my entire side. But that's about it. Nothing crazy.
All right, well, I got a couple stories. So which one do you guys want to hear? You want to hear about my ankle or my head first?
La cabeza.
You want to hear la cabeza first? Okay. So this is like the first time I had a concussion. Have any of you guys?
Was I there?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
You were definitely. Not. I mean, obviously, you would have known and you experienced it.
Maybe I can't remember, dude.
But have any of you guys had concussions?
No.
Not that I know of. I'm surprised. I mean, I was a cheerleader. I'm surprised if I haven't. If I did.
Oh, you probably got like kicked in the head. And
I remember taking the concussion test.
I was like, I'll tell that story after.
But I was pretty much in a nutshell, like it was just me and a couple of guy friends that like I had, and we were just playing some backyard football, like in a in a big ass field. And the soil there, not the softest. I'll be perfectly honest with you. It was like concrete with like just felt on it. That's what I swear. That's what I felt when I hit my head.
It's because when it's always so cold, it's like the ground's like freaking.
I don't even think it was that
solid.
cold. I think it was summer.
I don't know, maybe.
But like it was just hard as shit. It was like that. It was like but like so we were just playing some good old fashioned football. I'm not really into it as much as I was before, but back
I
in
love playing football.
Oh yeah, like but I can't I swear I can't play.
But I was so self conscious as a like teen. But I feel like now I would like I'm down.
I'm just down to pass the ball now. I don't want another grown man tackling
Oh
me.
yeah, I guess.
Like I don't want them. I swear they'll tackle. First of all,
At least at this age, yeah. No,
I'm too weak.
at this age.
But I went to pretty much wide receiver, cornerback. I was cornerback on defense, and this was to win the game. And that matters. If you haven't played backyard football, it matters. So I was the cornerback, and pretty much that's the guy that defends the wide receiver, a guy who catches the ball. And pretty much it was me and another like 6'5" dude. And if you don't know, I'm like 5'9", 5'10", so I had to really jump for this shit. And you could tell they were playing towards like his advantages, because that's a smart thing to do. So it was just me and him down one lane, no one there, and it was like if he catches it, it's my fault. If I deflect it or intercept it or whatever, it's his fault. And I was doing everything I could, and this like mattered. This was like fourth down. Like if I knock the football down, it's like it's our ball. And that pretty much wins us the game for the most part in terms of momentum. Or if they score again, it's like they win. I think that was like we had a set score and it was like they win if they score this. And I jump up. They toss the ball pretty much, soaring through the sky. This guy's 6'5". I think at the time I'm like 5'7". But I had some hops. I was a jumper on the track team. I was in the same track team as Steve. And I jump the highest I possibly could, not even caring about how I land, because you're not really supposed to. But also, in the NFL or any football team you play, you have gear on. We didn't have gear, so I jump up and we go up, and his hands are there and my hands are there, and I tip that shit to the ground, and incomplete. It's our ball. But at this moment in time, it was just kind of like that freeze frame, like, so you're wondering how I got here. And my whole body was just like horizontal, kind of little pivot, right? Enough to land-ish, but for the most part horizontal. And all I remember is my feet hitting the ground, and then I just fucking shit whipped just fucking shit whipped my head straight to the ground. It was almost as if like I don't know how to explain it, but you ever get a rope and you kind of just like you kind of let the loop go, and it kind of was like that. Like it was kind of like, and then pretend the end of the end of a rope kind of just slaps, and that was just my head.
Ugh.
And I remember the first time where I felt that was the first time I ever felt like I've had balls thrown at my face.
Me too.
And I felt like people hitting my head. Like I've been kicked in the head. But there was never it was immediate. My body was like no, that hit was bad, dude. Like that was really, really bad. And I don't know how to explain it. It was just like my shit got rocked.
Yeah, you probably have a freaking brain lag.
Yeah, it was fucking.
You're dropping frames.
And it was like immediately I got back up, like, come on, let's go again. And then I guess some people saw it. I think no one saw it besides the other wide receiver guy, and he was just like, "Whoa, give him a second. Whoa, you good, dude? You good, dude?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And we played for like another hour, which was fucked up because I had a concussion. Spoilers. But I went to go play, and all I remember was like we went to go to McDonald's afterwards or whatever. And I still was feeling fucked up the whole time. I just thought it was like, okay, well, I got a bad hit in the head. Okay, cool. Like I could just keep going. And it wasn't until we ate at McDonald's, and I was feeling like, yeah, like what you said, well, brain lagged, kind of.
Yeah, dropping frames.
I was dropping frames, like my bit rate, my internet.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't good. We had that optimum internet in my head. And I remember standing up, whatever, after eating, and I just stumbled. Like I had no sense of balance. And that was the moment of like, huh, that was weird.
Yeah.
And I was like thinking deeply with my like dial-up internet in my head, and I was like, oh wait, that wasn't bad because A, B, and C happened. Maybe I should go see a doctor. I went to go get it checked out. Eventually I got a concussion and all that. And that was like there was a whole like 2 months or whatever, or 3 months I had to sit in a dark room. Just no phone, no nothing. I just had to sit in a dark room because there's no way you can't put like a cast over my brain.
Yeah.
Like my shit got rocked. But like, and they had like cut my homework down. Like math was like half.
That's nice though.
It was a little nice, especially if you're a high schooler. Like you're just lazy if you're a high schooler unless you're like really trying to strive. But no one wants homework. No one wants work. Especially in high school at least. And they like cut like a lot of it. Math, I know they had to cut more of because it was a little more taxing on the brain. You have to go through like a lot of like steps of doing all that, but that was one of them. You want to hear my ankle one? And pretty much my ankle one, I am notorious for rolling my ankle. You can ask this guy. I rolled my ankle like probably like 6 times, same ankle. Like my thing is loose. My thing is like do you remember those old 90 toy trapper things that go and you would spin it around? That's my ankle.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my ankle. And all I remember, I'm just gonna go to the past 2 times I rolled it because they'll kind of interlock. All I remember was that I rolled it before prom. Imagine anything that happens before prom. That's your life.
I did that too. When I
Like,
did the
what the
basketball
fuck?
thing.
Yeah.
That was before prom. I couldn't even go anyways. So.
And if you don't know, like if you watch the I Am video, Steven's a dancer. I'm also a dancer. And best believe I wanted to hear the music bumping, and I wanted to be dancing. I wanted to be showing off in front of the girls and all that.
Yeah.
And like I didn't break it, but like I rolled my ankle really bad. And again, playing basketball, probably in the same spot.
Sidebar. I remember for prom, dude, I wanted my prom poser to be so epic, and like I was gonna do a choreography like in the front.
Oh, I want to do that too
with the boy, because I gathered the boys, and I said, listen, like I want you. This is we're gonna do this, this. I planned it out, did everything. I was making the choreo even, and then I got hurt, and I was like, I can't even do it anymore. I was like, whatever.
Wow.
It was kind of whatever. I couldn't go anyway. Whatever. Anyways.
In high school though, like that shit matters.
Yeah, I mean, in high school, I was like, no, like
You're
my
destroyed.
whole world. Yeah, I was
my
like,
world.
What were you gonna ask?
and on top of that, I had the track thing too. It was a bad, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
a bad week. I was like, no way, just because I played basketball.
Yeah.
Should I listen to coach?
But anyways, I rolled my ankle, and I went to prom fine, and it was really bad because I was like popping painkillers just to dance on it, which I shouldn't have danced on it, and I was like drinking alcohol and
Hey.
I was drinking sodas, and all that, and it's like I shouldn't have done that, but I'm a dumbass kid, you know what I mean? And it's like I just want to party. Like this was the one time. This was a senior year, I think. I never went to junior prom, so this was like the one time in my life, like that all the movies that we've watched growing up that like tells you this is the night of your life.
Dude, that shit hurt me when I did not go to prom at all because of reasons. But
Yeah. By the way, if you're in high school, and I know it's not gonna make sense now, but it will make sense like in a decade.
everyone
or
always says,
whatever.
"Oh, don't worry, prom was trash." I'm like, dude, just enjoy the moment. Don't
Yeah.
be a buzzkill. Just
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Just enjoy it. But like,
Prom was fun. I went to 2 proms.
oh, good for you. I feel like girls always
No,
go
because
there.
I got
Just-
asked by
Did you get asked by
I
an
got asked by a
upperclassman?
senior when
I knew it. I knew it.
Actually, no, I can't even say just enjoy it, forehead, because I get it. Nah, people, yeah, I get it.
But anyways, I rolled my.
I would encourage you to enjoy it though.
I rolled my ankle before prom, and I did all that stuff. And this was like a literal month later or whatever, and we were outside of school at this point. We were just in my driveway playing like some basketball. Again, pick up basketball. And I remember like we were playing, and I think it was me versus you and our other friend Mike. And it was me in Texas.
I remember I was there. I remember that.
And I was so into basketball at this time, and I was getting so salty I was losing. It was just, let me get another one. Let me get another one. I
Salty run backs.
Yeah, it was like I lost 3 times, and I was playing way too. You know when the frustration happens. It's in video games as well. You just kind of overstep. You play a little bit more aggressively. You know you need to step back and just kind of do it. Like do what you do.
Yeah.
And I was playing way too aggressively. And I remember I got it. I got the ball, passed, went to go jump, shot it, and then I just landed. And I swear, like it wasn't just sideways. It was like frontwards too. And all I remember was me falling to the ground, and I was screaming. I was just oh fuck, and I was like, and everyone fucking freaked out. I remember everyone ran to my aid, and I remember our friend Mike, he was tweaking, he was freaking out. He was like, oh dude, he's okay, dude, like that. He just go to the hospital. He definitely broke. He was like trembling over his words and all that, and. I remember eventually, I think luckily, I think my dad at the time, like he pulled into the driveway just as it happened.
Yeah.
So like we were able to drive me to
The place.
the place.
You know the place.
Yeah, the place. They drove me to like a club called The Place.
Yep. I remember that.
We need vodka whiskey. Ace that.
Man,
But
sports was so fun as a kid.
yeah, but so that happened. I remember when I just landed on it too. I was like glistening sweat. We didn't play that much, and I don't know why. For some reason, when I rolled my ankle and like I went off, went to the ground. I just remember like all of a sudden like sweat almost like squirted out like super soaker style. Like for some reason it was just like drip
It's
drip.
probably a pain response.
Probably, but it was like drip drip drip. It was all of a sudden just drowning in sweat.
Probably even more adrenaline and all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff, and I was like, it was so fucking gross. And immediately, if you looked at my ankle, it was like I had like elephantitis.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like
Yeah.
it was almost immediate. I'm talking 30 seconds, not even. People they looked at my ankle, and it was like my ankle couldn't come out my shoe.
Yeah, I remember this. Nah, he
And
was telling the truth. That shit was.
And I thought for sure. I thought for sure. I thought for sure it was broken, and everyone else thought for sure it was broken. Even the doctor thought for sure it was broken.
I remember. I think I was chilling.
Even
I
the
was like,
doctor was
whatever.
just like, "You're lucky it's not broken." Like, I thought when he looked at it, he thought it was broken because it was so swollen and all that, and it was just like, "Drink your milk, kids.
Drink your milk.
Dude, did you eat your
Yeah,
apple
yeah.
today?
Take your calcium pill, something. Get your calcium. That's all you need to know. Eat some ice cream, just all of it, just the whole tub." Yeah, there we go. Now we're speaking each other's languages. Anyways, you got any other stories to share?
Oh, actually, I want to talk about when I broke my arm.
Oh my god.
I've never broken a bone. The
No,
thought of
me
the
neither.
thought of breaking a bone,
I'm scared. Yeah.
the thought of breaking a bone
I'd
like
rather not.
scares the shit out of me.
Well,
And I hear it's not as painful as like you like.
But it just sucks. It's just super inconvenient.
yeah.
so I was 5 when I broke my arm, so a little itty bitty. So I don't really have too much memory of the pain of breaking my arm.
With some bees knees you too.
No, so sorta.
Grab
No,
her
but-
arm, bee's knees her.
So I was 5, and my mom. This will make sense in the story because my mom was like our age when I was 5. So just think of how you would react at this age to your child breaking their arm.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
I was on the playground. It was like me, my mom.
To be clear, first time like her child like broke.
Yeah.
And
I'm
bone.
the only one that's ever broken a bone.
I can't even
also.
imagine like your
Well, like,
kid
CJ
like with his arm like.
My little brother kind
Like
of did.
bees
He
need
broke
them.
his skull when he was little, but that doesn't count, I don't think.
Okay. You heard it here. The skull, not a bone.
I mean, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
He cracked it, he didn't break it.
Mhm.
But so I was at the playground, and you know those it's like those things where you hold on to them and then you slide.
I was like monkey bar. Oh,
so it's
those
like it's
things.
like monkey bars, but it's not monkey bars. You like hold it and then you go and you swing.
And you 2C slide.
Yeah. So
They put like I swear they put like extra grease in them. They go so fast and they're so
seriously.
loose.
And so this specific one had this ditch underneath it. It was like
course.
just from being worn down, I think, at the playground.
Okay, yeah.
So I was trying to do it myself, and I just couldn't get momentum to move. So I had asked this girl who was like slightly older than me at the playground to push me so that I could go. She was probably like 10,
Mhm.
I think, compared to me. So she pushed me, and she pushed me too hard. So I flew off. Like, I went up and flew off, and I landed in this ditch on my arm. Okay. Now, my arm looked like this.
Oh.
Like, if
no.
anybody listening, it's like, think of the forearm, but like,
Think of Sonic the
wavy.
Hedgehog.
Think of an arm,
Green
but
Hill
wavy.
Zone.
Think of your arm, but now in waves.
And I like remember that like distinctively
the
because
visual
it
of
was
it.
crazy. Okay, and I didn't even know how to react. Like, I don't even think I was crying. I just know I got up and like immediately went to find my mom because I was like
Like something's
Well,
wrong.
Mom. Mom.
And So I went with, like, I found her. She started freaking out. Like, my mom was panicking, crying, like, just, like, never had to deal with anything like this. They're, like, hyperventilating, like, freaking out. Like, we were sitting and, like, we had a truck. So it was, like, me and her. And she's, like, on the phone because we lived in Florida at this time. And it was, like, me, her, my aunt lived with us and my brother. So it was just the four of us. And we lived in an apartment together. And I know she, like, called my aunt, like, panicking, like, oh my god, Kayla fell at the playground. She broke her arm. And so they took me to the closest place, which was a it was like a walk-in clinic. Like, that's not the place to take me.
They took you to the place.
Yeah, no,
Oh, you went to the place?
And the clinic was like, what? So they had to call an ambulance to come pick me up.
Is it what?
So that was
I didn't know what to do.
because they can't take care of me like that in
No.
a clinic.
They
So-
gave you a lollipop and sent you on the way.
So they called the ambulance, and that was the first and only time I've ever been in an ambulance. And they had to, like, stabilize my arm, and then they took me to the thing,
To the place.
to the hospital. And then I just remember they gave me, like, IVs, and I think they, like, numbed my arm, and, like, I'm pretty sure I got, like, put to sleep.
No way, really?
Because I don't remember anything after that. I just remember
Wow.
waking up and having a cast.
Did
all
they?
of a
They
sudden.
didn't cut you, right?
No, I didn't have any, like, so I'm pretty sure they had to break it. Because
Makes sense. I don't know how
my
they
arm
fix
was, they
arms,
had
yeah.
to put it back in its
Yeah.
place. But again, I don't remember any of that. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming they put me to sleep.
Hmm.
Because when I woke up, I had a cast. And I had one that went all the way on my arm. It was like the huge cast.
Let me tell you, when you started rubbing your arm, I couldn't see you doing that, and like the ghost stories from earlier had me freaking out. I heard Steven breathing too, so I was like, "Holy shit!" Okay, anyways, go.
But yeah, so I had this hot pink cast, and it went, like, all the way down here. And then as, like, I had it for months. Like, I had the cast on for, like, almost a year.
Yeah.
And then I think around, like, 6 months, because I lived in Florida. Like, my grandpa had a pool, and you know how awful that was for me to not be able to go swimming?
Yeah.
I ended up getting a smaller cast. It was, like, here to, like, here, and it was, like, blue, and it was waterproof, so I could go in the pool with the cast on. But I had it on forever. Like, there's a picture of me when I was a kid. If I can find it, I'll give it to you so you can put it up so you can see it. It's embarrassing. But it was, like, right after I got the cast taken off, but I still had a sling. Like, I had to keep my arm in a sling. And it's the most embarrassing school picture of me. But I have a sling. At the same time, I lost my 2 front teeth. And I got lice, so my dad, like, shaved my head.
Oh,
so I had
no.
super short hair on top
That's
of it.
awful.
What
So
the
I have
hell?
a sling, no teeth, and no hair.
Oh my god, man.
Jeez, I couldn't.
It's so funny.
I wouldn't go to school. I mean, how old were you then?
I got bullied for my hair.
Oh, of course you did.
Like, some girl, I remember walking into the girl's bathroom, and she's like, ew, why is there a boy in the bathroom?
Oh my
no,
god.
I
kid.
wanted to cry.
Yeah, kids
I told
suck.
the teacher, too, and she got in trouble.
Kids are
but-
brutally
Did
honest.
she do it like on purpose too?
Yeah, she did.
She was just like, "Ew, what's a boy doing?"
Yeah, no, she did. She
Oh,
did it on
you
purpose.
freaking suck.
Oh,
Yeah. It
so
was
she,
so
she knew
mean.
you were a girl. Then.
Oh, 100%. And she was
She
a
knew
little
that was
bitch.
she knew that was Kayla Dennis who got her hair shaved off.
She was a little bitch.
Wow.
And I was in
Oh
kindergarten.
my
like,
god,
come on.
let's find her.
Let's
No,
find her. Let's straight up.
seriously.
We're about to send her to the place.
But
place.
yeah, she was mean. But yeah.